evening, all. I know I've already done my 60-day challenge, but I can't keep silent. I cannot keep silent. My heart is bleeding right now, and I'm so overwhelmed with emotion right now. And I kept trying to figure out, why am I in this funk today? And like I've explained before to you guys, that no matter how you may see me, no matter what conversations I may be holding, understand this one thing about me, that I am a believer. And I believe in a heaven. I believe that there's a hell. I believe that in the Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. I believe in demonic spirits. And I believe right now that the state that our world is in right now, you may not be paying attention to what's going on, but I am. I'm very sensitive to the spirit. It's not by accident that we're having these storms and these hurricanes and hot one day, freezing it. Like, these are all signs that those that are in the spirit understand what I'm talking about. Those of you that are not, you probably think I'm on here going whoop-de-whoop crazy. But anyhow, I just couldn't be quiet. My daughter and I had a conversation yesterday in regards to the unfortunate death of the young girl. I believe her name is Kanika Jenkins. The young girl that was, I'm going to say murdered because it hasn't been confirmed, but anybody that pays attention to the videos and look at the evidence that's available thus far, you know, it pretty much leads to that. So the young girl that was murdered, and they found her body in an industrial size freezer. And then to revisit a video tonight about the biracial 8-year-old boy that was hung by some teenagers and basically was left to die. I'm like, what is going on? God, help us. Father God, help us, please. We are in some serious, hellacious times. And as a community, our brown people, we need to stand up seriously. We really need to stand up. We need to pull the wool off of our eyes, and we need to come together and protect our daughters, our sons, our women, our men. We really need to stand up. This is crazy. This is crazy that there are so many people that are walking, they're zombified, absolutely blinded to the state of the world. And it's our responsibility, those that are woke, those that are in the spirit, it is our responsibility to reach out and teach you and shake you up and let you know, hey, open up your eyes. We can't keep walking around with blinders on our eyes and acting like it's not affecting us. It affects us. Kanika was not my daughter. I don't know her, but it affects me. It affects me that this young, beautiful young girl who had a future, she was absolutely beautiful. She had a future. Only God knows what she was going to be. You know, and for her to be put in a position where she befriended some individuals, she trusted them, she thought they had her back, and turned out it was a setup, you know, so they're saying. But that's what it looks like to me. I'm not an investigator. I don't know them. I'm not there. But from what's being released and what's being shared, it was a setup. And this is happening way too many times. A couple of, 1 or 2 months ago, a young girl, something similar to this, where a young girl went to go spend a night have a good time, and she was woke up to her face melting, basically, you know, because one girl was mad at her and wanted to do this stupid prank that they got going on, the boiling water prank, whatever this crap is. and scarred this girl. For the rest of her life, she's walking around with her face basically mutated because someone wanted to get some likes, or somebody wanted to be a part of something that seems to be cool. And this is like, this can't keep happening. This cannot keep going on. Parents, I need you to step up to the plate. I'm so sorry life is challenging where you have to make decisions that are difficult, but right now the decisions that needs to be made is we got to stand up for our kids. We have to stand up to our kids. We need to educate our kids. We need to educate them about the dangers that are out there. Everybody that's smiling in your face is not your friend. If a person is showing you on more than one occasion that they're not interested in having a relationship with you, or they're constantly picking at you, or they're making fun, or they're saying mean things, but they're saying it with a smile on their face, so it's leading you to believe that they're playing. They're not playing. They're not playing. When a person reveals their truth to you, take them at face value. That's it, and that's all. If a person is telling you on more than one occasion, oh, you think you all that, they really believe that. If a person is telling you, oh, you know, why is your hair always nappy? Your shoes is busted, but they doing it with a smile. Everybody's laughing. It's not a game. That person is letting you know that they really don't care about you. They're not interested in being a friend. A friend is somebody is in your corner no matter what. A friend does not want to see you suffer. A friend does not want to see you in pain. A friend does not want to see you humiliated. And this new age smartphone era, smart TV, smart car, everything is smart but the people. The smarter our technology is getting, the stupider our people seem to be. And I'm frustrated. I'm hurting. I have all those emotions going on right now because it's just getting too much. It's becoming too much of the norm. Oh, it's just a mean girl situation. Oh, they just playing. No, they're not. Let me tell you something. You're not about to be around my daughters if you off the meat rack, if you talking crazy to your parents, if you act like you just the baddest, you know what. You're not going to be around my kids. I'm sorry. You're not going to be around my kids because I'm not even going to let that opportunity try to even present itself where you could come at them sideways, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not the one. Now when it comes to my kids, I'm not the one. Now when it comes to my kids, I'm going to fight for mine. I'm going to fight for mine. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it takes. I'm going to protect mine. And I need my people to step up to the plate and have that same fight. That same fight. There is no reason why there is these situations happening with our kids. Where are the parents? Where are you at? You don't get the option of being tired. You made a commitment. When you found out that seed has begun to grow in your belly, you gave up your rights to have a personal life. You gave up your rights to want to be dating. All that goes to the back burner. You don't get that option anymore. Your daughters and your sons need you to be there. Teach them how to grow up and be productive individuals in our society. There's no reason why these children are experiencing these hate crimes. That's what it is. It's a hate crime. This child is scarred for the rest of his life just because his mother and father happen to be of two different races. Because he was born biracial. Now he has this mark around his neck. Never mind the fact whatever else they was doing to him that hasn't been reported, because they're protecting them because they're kids. If you over the age of 8 years old, you comprehend very well. 14, 15, 16, you know what the flip you're doing. And for the commissioner or the officer, whomever he was, to make the comment that we need to protect them because they make mistakes. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? You're protecting the person that inflicted the harm. You ain't saying nothing about this kid that's walking around with this scar around his neck and the mental traumatization that he's going through because of the color of his skin. Are you kidding me right now? I'm really needing y'all to understand me tonight. This cannot continue to happen. This cannot continue to happen. There's way too many avenues out here. Mom, dads, if you're not available, then pull on these resources that are out here. If you don't know how to educate your kid, if you don't know how to parent, you need to get over your emotions. You need to get over yourself. I'm keeping it 100 tonight. Get over yourself. Ask for help. There are people out here that want to help you, because this impacts my children's life. There's no reason why I'm having this conversation with my 15-year-old about this child who was set up and then to be raped, humiliated and raped, and then thrown into a freezer. This got to stop. Mothers, you need to teach your daughters about how to identify healthy relationships with girls. Mothers, you need to be examples. There shouldn't be no grown women having these little spats and these beefs with each other over some foolishness. I don't hate nobody. I don't dislike anybody. Those of you that have done wrong to me, I have prayed for you, I have forgiven you, and I have forgiven myself and moved on with my life. I do have enough wisdom about myself to understand that everybody coming to your life for a reason, a season, and a purpose. And when that season is up, I'm going to chuck my deuces. I ain't mad at you. I don't hate nobody. I ain't wasting time trying to, but I'm going to be cordial when I see you. I'm going to be respectful. And it's not for my gain. It's not for my purpose. It's for my daughters to understand that as a woman, understand your position as a woman, how to deal with situations that are difficult. That's what's wrong with these kids. They don't know how to have verbal communication. Everything is a LOL, OMG. They don't know how to interact with each other. And this is where the parents have to step in. You have to teach them how to talk, how to work through their emotions. This is why we having kids doing the stuff that they're doing to each other, because they don't know how to convey the fact, I'm feeling some type of way, but I don't know what I should be doing with this emotion. It's by nature, it's natural for you to want to be or have what somebody else has. That's fine. You can have that. But just because you're feeling some type of way don't mean you have to act on an emotion. Let's talk about this. I really need y'all to hear me tonight. I really need y'all to hear me tonight. I really need y'all to understand that you can try to continue to turn a blind eye, but guess what? It can happen to you. It could be your daughter that was set up. It could be your son that was put in a situation where he's being tortured. If your child is coming home and looking all tore up by the face and frustrated, you need to figure out why. Tune in. Figure out why your kid is looking like that. Children, they should not have any worries or have any issues where they're not able to eat right. They're not able to sleep right. They biting off their nails. I can't tell you how many young kids, little girls under the age of 10, that they're so nervous they chewing off their nails. That is a sign of an issue or problem. It's not normal for you just to chew off your nails. That's a nervous tick. Something's going on. There's no reason why I'm painting nubs at 3 and 4 years old. What stresses is going on in your world that you are so nervous your only release is to bite your nails down to nubs? Like, come on. Parents, I need y'all to pay attention. And if you don't know, you need to get over yourself and ask. Take some of these parenting classes. That doesn't mean that you're a bad parent. It means you're a good parent. You're good enough to know that, hey, there's some things that you didn't learn growing up, but I'm going to go over to this person that can at least give me a starting point. There's there's no book that comes with parenting. But there's some issues that are going on with our children that if you weren't taught early on how to identify those issues, then you'll tend to ignore them. And our kids are suffering. Our kids are suffering. We cannot continue to have these situations and nobody's doing anything. Come on. We got to do better, people. Absolutely got to do better. And this is just a personal experience or a moment right now that I'm just sharing with y'all, because I know you guys can feel it. I know you can feel the shift in the air, that there's something not right. Even if you're not spiritual, if you're not a believer, but you got to feel, because we're all one. You got to feel that there's something not right. And we can't keep ignoring it. This cannot continue to be the norm. It cannot be. So mothers and fathers, I just beg you tonight, please go and kiss your kids. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you're there for them. And literally be there for them. Turn off your phones, your TVs. Give them your time. That's what these little girls are doing. They want attention. And I was watching the little girls, and they're in the kickback or whatever they call it, throwback, whatever. They want attention. They just want somebody to give them some time. Tell them that they're pretty. Daughters should not fit. My daughter is so funny. We laugh about it all the time. My youngest child, she has such high self-esteem. It's not even funny. You can't even try to insult her. It doesn't work. None of my kids, honestly. Why? Because it's not nothing new for somebody to tell her she's beautiful. She knows. Why? Because we've been telling her that. And we've been teaching her that since she was little. Your beauty is just, your external is just a bonus. Your beauty is up here. What you store in here, that's what makes you beautiful. How you treat people, that's what makes you beautiful. Not your external. That can be bought. But what's in your heart and in your mind and in your actions, that's something that has to be developed. So your daughter should not be feeling like when the first cute boy go by, I'm talking to my fathers now. The first girl, the first cute guy to go by, look like he got something popping. He tell her she got a fatty fat. Now she turned into a 2-year-old snickering and smiling, and now he didn't got all in her mind. Fathers, that is your position. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let your daughter know every day that she's beautiful, that she is a princess, that things can't buy her. Mothers, you should be doing the same to your sons. My son, you can't buy him. Because I taught him when he was younger growing up that you are a young prince. Things come and go, but you having character, that's something that you can't buy. Mothers, you need to be speaking it into existence in their life, that they are going to be somebody, that they're going to be influence in their community, that they're going to be a husband and then a father, not a father and then a baby daddy, then maybe a husband down the line. No. Stop piercing these little boys' ears at 2 years old and getting them all confused in their head. Let them grow into their identity. Stop trying to tell them what their identity is, and then when they grow up and they're confused, you wondering why. Well, you didn't even let them grow into who they're supposed to be. You're going to tell them who they're going to be. But that's a whole nother topic. I just had to come on and share my feelings on there. Please like, please share in the comments. Thank y'all, that the ones that have tuned in. I know I haven't shot anybody out. I just had to get it off my chest about what's going on with our brown kids in our brown communities. And we can't just think we're going to combat this and change this with a rally, a sit-in, a strike. Like, what is that going to do? Seriously. The issues in our communities can only be rectified by our community. We have to stand together. That means when I see your daughter out of line because I love her and I love what she can be, I'm going to check her. I'm not going to do it in a degrading fashion. I'm not going to do it in a matter where it's going to spark for a retaliation. I'm going to do it in a matter that she needs to understand. But it's going to be done with authority first and love second. And I'm going to do it to your son too. When I see him out of order, I'm going to check him too. Why? Because I know what the possibilities can be. The possibilities that's in front of him. He has a responsibility. Start teaching your kids early on. They have a responsibility. You're not just here by accident. You're here for a purpose. And help them grow into their purpose. Stop telling them you're going to be a football player. Maybe he's supposed to be a coach. Maybe he's supposed to be the one that builds the football stadium. Stop telling these kids that they have to mimic all of these so-called celebrities in order to be something. The real celebrity is the ones that's behind the scenes. Not the one that's on the forefront with the mic in his hand. He don't even see his money till 5 or 6 years down the line. Did y'all know that? Oh, okay. Same thing with these football players. Most of these kids are experiencing debilitating injuries before they even get out of high school. And all you've told him all his life, he's going to be the next NBA or NFL. What else? That's all he's capable of doing is chasing the ball, chasing the dream. That's all he's capable of doing. He can't use his mind. If he's weird, he's weird. If he's different, he's different. If she's different, she's different. Encourage it. Stop trying to relive your life through your kids. I'm sorry, y'all, but I really need to get this up on my chest. I need y'all to feel the sincerity, why I'm so passionate, why Pretty Princess Parties is in existence. Yes, it's fun. The pampering aspect is cute, it's fun, but the educational factor is the one that I really, really, really am passionate about. We need to teach these girls how to recognize healthy relationships. What does a healthy relationship look like? Whether it's your homegirl, whether it's the dude you're dating, whether it's a family member, what does a healthy relationship look like? We need to educate our young girls on how to embrace their uniqueness. You're not supposed to look like a Beyonce or a Kardashian. If God wanted you to look like them, then you would have been a Beyonce or a Kardashian. Embrace your uniqueness. Be you. Be who God created you to be. Same thing for our boys. My passion is for girls, but I mean, it applies for our boys as well. We need to educate these kids on how to be entrepreneurs, not just go to school, then you graduate, then you go to another school, get in debt and graduate, try to figure out who you're going to be, why you in debt, and then maybe you develop a career, and then you get in that career, you hate it because that's not what you're passionate about. You're passionate about X, Y, and Z, but because mom or dad said this is what you got to be, if you're going to stay home with me, I got to do this. Like, come on, stop putting that pressure on our kids. Stop it. Stop it. Let them grow into who they're supposed to be. We need to teach our children, okay, it's good to have a job. That's cool. But have a maximum on that. Work this thing to get to where you need to get. Be an owner. Have something of your own. Have something of your own. Have some stability in your own life. Let's teach them about how to manage money. Most of these kids have no concept, no idea about what money is, what money really is, and the power that's in it. Besides buying junk that they're going to stick in their closet so they don't want it anymore. Like, come on, we really need to educate them. Moms, when you sitting up and you taking that $200 paycheck and you got to pay $400 worth of bills and you got to buy some groceries, Samantha, Tay, whomever, they need to be sitting at their table and watching you figure this out, because what they're doing, they get out of high school, you ship them off to college, they are lost. They stay 1 or 2 semesters at college, accrue all that debt, and then they have to come back home to you because they need more training. Start doing it now. Teach these kids how to talk on the phone. Let me tell you something. I used to work for a company for 8 years, and part of that time was customer service related, and I cannot tell you how many children of brown complex, brown kids will call in that phone and had to pass the phone to their mama because they couldn't do something as simple as look at a card and give me their ID number. They couldn't tell me why they was calling. They couldn't tell me the last menstrual cycle they had. They couldn't tell me what was really happening with them. It hurt down there. No exaggeration. This is the conversation we're down where? Down there. My private part. These are people 25, 26, 27 years old. Like, seriously, we need to really teach them the basics. And if you don't have the time, I do. I have the resources and the material to provide. This is just the basics. These kids can't even conduct a 5-minute conversation to convey what's going on with them. And guess what? It don't stop as a kid. They grow into adults and can't do it. Like, we have so much pride that needs to be put to the side because we are falling by the wayside in droves. Like, seriously, we got to do better, people. We got to do better. There are resources out there. There's Perfectly Packaged You that is providing menstrual and puberty packages to help educate these young people. There's Pretty Princess Parties that has a variety of different workshops and programs available to help educate our young people. We have a variety of different companies that are out there that they are providing these resources for our community, and yet we get pushback, or we're not getting support, or we can't get a like and a share because it's not cute. It's not what's the acceptable topics. But these are topics that our communities need to have because we're not educated in these areas. We need to have these conversations about children not just trusting everybody to come along and say they're their friend. No, you need to educate them on what the word friend means and what a real friend is. Our children are getting caught up in way too many life-threatening situations because they're saying this is my friend, and they really are not. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to lay myself down. But before I lay myself down, I'm going to pray because this can be devastating for my daughter. You know, it could be one of her friends, not my daughter, because my daughter know what time it is. I pour into mine. It's a little too much sometimes because they, give me that look like, will you please go somewhere, like take a vacation? I don't care. I need you to know that I love you and that you are my investment. You are my investment. You are my future. And I'm going to do everything possible to make sure that you have opportunities that I didn't have. I'm going to do the research. I'm going to get on my laptop, my smartphone, whatever, and I'm going to research and find opportunities for you so that you don't get caught up in these situations that I'm seeing these little people getting caught up in. And it can't be because I'm tired. Mama, I know you're tired. Daddy, I know you're tired. Grandma, I know you're tired. Uncle, I know you're tired. I know it's hard. You feel like you're alone, but you're not. And you cannot give up on these kids. They need us. We need them because they're our future. These are the people that are going to make decisions about where you going to have your final resting place at. What medications you going to take. What type of health care you going to have available. They are our future. And if they are jacked up now, we in trouble. So I thank you all. Sue, thank you for tuning in. I miss you. Wanza, thank you so very much for your feedback and participating. Who else? Christy, thank you so very much for tuning in. Nikki, I appreciate you so very much for tuning in. And anyone else that tunes in after this, please, please, please share your feedback, your comments, and let's stay together. Let's stay together. Let's keep working. Let's keep fighting for our children. They need to know that we're not going to give up on them. I hear one too many parents saying they just tired. I'm tired too. I raised 3 by myself, worked 2 jobs, and went to school. And now I'm building my brand. I'm tired too, physically. Not to mention, before I had my own kids, I helped raise my sisters. So I'm tired. But guess what? I don't get that choice. I don't get that option to give up. I don't. Not until they have created their own families and moved on with their life. and they're healthy and they're safe, I don't get the chance to throw in a towel. And neither do you, mothers and fathers that are watching. You don't get that option to give up. So thank y'all for listening. Please like and share. Follow our business page, Pretty Princess Parties, and Parties has 3 A's. Follow us on Instagram, PPP3, the same for Twitter. You can visit our website at www.ppparties3.com. Pretty Princess Parties has a variety of different workshops and programs that are specifically directed at young girls between the ages of 8 and 25, but the material and resources that I have available can be altered and tweaked for younger, older boys, because it's all relevant content. We all need to be able to love on our kids. And my services are for all ages, all ethnicities, but I'm specifically targeting our brown girls because they seem to not have as much support in our communities. And we definitely need to work hard so that we don't have any more Chicago Kanika issues and the other issue with the young brown boy, biracial kid. Like, this does not need to be the norm. We can do better, and we're going to do better. At least I can speak for me. That's all I can do is speak for me. So I thank you all, 2 and 2. Please pray for these children. Pray for these children. Pray for these children. Even the children that committed the crime. Pray for them, because they have some issues as well to believe doing what they did to these victims was okay, or for them to even feel that it was funny to even commit those crimes. We definitely need to pray for all of our children as a whole, the victims and the ones that are committing the crimes. So, good night, peace and peace and peace.